I used to believe in love, in sacrifice, in the idea that giving everything for someone meant they'd do the same for you. That was before I met her, before I let my world revolve around hers. Our apartment was small, but warm, filled with the remnants of our struggles and dreams. A beaten-up couch we found at a thrift store. A coffee table one built myself, when we couldn't afford furniture. And the wall, covered with her framed diplomas and certificates, all because I worked double shifts to pay for her education. I remember the nights spent at the diner, washing dishes till my hands were raw, coming home with aching bones only to see her asleep, peaceful, unaware of what I was giving up for her. But I never complained. I thought love was sacrifice. Then the signs started. At first it was subtle, her phone always face down. The whispered calls in the hallway. The way she'd flinch when I walked into the room, her screen going dark before I could glimpse what was on it. Then there were the excuses. I have to stay late at the firm, she'd say, brushing past me with a quick peck on the cheek. Big case coming up. I believed her until I found the first clue. A receipt from a high-end restaurant tucked into her coat pocket. 2 meals, 2 glasses of wine. The date. A night she told me she was working late. The pit in my stomach grew. But it wasn't proof. Not yet. So I ignored it, told myself I was imagining things. That she loved me. That she wouldn't betray the man who built her future from the ground up. I was a fool. I knew I had to see it with my own eyes. That was the only way to silence the doubt or confirm my worst fears. So I followed her. It wasn't hard. She had grown comfortable, careless. She thought I was still the same devoted, blind fool who put her on a pedestal. The hotel was expensive, sleek, modern. Not the kind of place we could ever afford together. She stepped out of a black car laughing, holding onto another man's arm like she had never known struggle. Like she had never shared a life with me. I watched as they disappeared through the doors. I stood outside in the cold, the rage boiling beneath my skin. My hands clenched so tight, I thought they might bleed. I had given her everything. Years of my life. My dreams. My soul. And she tossed it aside for a man with a better suit and a bigger bank account. That night, I didn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling, listening to her come home hours later, slipping into bed as if nothing had changed. I knew what I had to do the next evening. I waited. She had her usual excuse, working late again. So I beat her to it. The restaurant was packed, full of men in pressed women suits who had never lifted a finger to struggle. I walked in my heart, pounding like a wardrobe. And there she was. Sitting across from him. Laughing. Smiling. Touching his hand. She used to look at me like that. I walked straight to their table. The clinking of silverware faded. Conversation slowed. She looked up. Her face drained of color. David, what are you doing here? I didn't answer her. I turned to the man. He was older, sharp-featured, radiating money and power. The kind of man she always said she never cared about. You should know, I said, my voice eerily calm, that she was nothing before me. I built her. Paid for her education. Her clothes. Her food. Every step she took was because I sacrificed for her. And now she sits here pretending she never knew me. The man smirked, leaning back. You should be thanking me then. I'm giving her the life she deserves. His arrogance fueled my rage. I didn't hesitate. My fist collided with his jaw, sending him sprawling backward into the table, glasses shattering around him. Screams erupted. Security rushed forward. And she just stood there. Not screaming. Not crying. Just watching like I was an insect beneath her shoe. And then she said it. You're a loser, David. That's why I left. Because I deserve better than you. I felt my breath leave my body. The woman I had built my life around had just reduced me to nothing. In front of a room full of strangers. I was done being her fool. I disappeared after that. Left the apartment. Quit my job. Vanished from her life. She thought she had one, but I was only getting started. I spent months watching, waiting, gathering everything I needed. I wasn't going to hit her where it hurt. I was going to obliterate her world. I dug into her past, her secrets, her career, found the cracks in her perfect image. And when I struck, it was swift. Anonymous email sent to her firm detailing financial discrepancies, money she had siphoned from clients to fund her luxury lifestyle, evidence of her affair leaked to social media, branding her a fraud, and in the eyes of those who once adored her. One by one, I took everything from her. Her reputation, her job, her new, better life, the man she left me for. He dropped her the moment the scandal hit. And just like that, she was back at rock bottom where she belonged. I saw her one last time. She was sitting outside a rundown cafe, a far cry from the woman who once dined in luxury. Her hair was disheveled, her face hollow. She looked up as I passed David. There was no malice in her voice, no smugness. Just desperation. I smiled. Some betrayals don't break us, I told her. They build us into something stronger. And I walked away. She had her chance. Now it was my time to rise.